Happy Canada Day!
It's Canada Day, or as we call it here in America, Tuesday.
So Canadians all over
They are
Canada
celebrating Canada Day.
with fireworks.
Very responsible fireworks. They don't do
They
crazy
don't sell them.
fireworks like we do in America.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's letting them off on their street.
Yeah. America, it sounds like, a bit of a, Middle East terrorist situation for 4th of July. Canada, not so much. It's pretty quiet, but they do fireworks in towns and stuff for Canada Day. So happy Canada Day, Donalyn. I did do Touch Base Tuesday, and I prayed with Winston.
Oh, fun.
So he's your fellow. He says hi to his fellow Canadian.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
happy Canada Day, and we are back at the office.
Yes, we started with our first week with vacation.
We did vacation,
and that was like so much fun.
We did lots of things.
Yes, but the one thing on my bucket list was the Ark encounter, and that was so cool.
Yeah,
it's huge. Like you just don't really until you see it, you're like, wow.
Yeah. And it's quite the deal in Kentucky there outside of Cincinnati, and we went to the Ark. And then we did other things out there. We went through Mammoth Cave, and it was so hot. It's in the 90s.
Oh, my word.
And humid. And then we got to walk to this cave, and we're like
dying,
sweating and dying. And then we go into this meat locker, and then we come out with pneumonia.
Yeah.
So.
And then you have to walk up a hill in the humidity and the heat.
Because they keep the cave underground. So there's a lot of climbing back up to do. Yeah.
And that was the easy one.
We did the very easy one. There's several different cave excursions. There's some where you're like crawling. We didn't want to do that. Some where you're walking for miles and miles under
with no
ground.
bathroom, and that didn't appeal.
Yeah, they said you can't do that in the cave. So. But anyway, we saw the cave. We went to Louisville, where they do the Kentucky Derby, and that was fun.
And that place is huge.
It's pretty huge.
Like when you see it on the TV, you don't really think about it, but they had a lot of sections closed down.
Right. But we went for horse race day, and so that was, it's just their normal routine. They're racing some horses, nice looking horses, right?
I know.
Oh man.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and we didn't bet on the horses.
No, even though it was like what, $10 to get in or something.
It was only $10 to get into, and parking was free, and so
we're in.
Yep, why not? And we saw a few races, and then said, okay, we had our experience. We're moving on, and let's go get some supper. And
right.
Yes, and all kinds of various things along the way. Yeah.
Too many to talk about, but we had a good time.
Yes.
And then I left you.
Then you left me, and then I went to the Center for EUB Heritage in Dayton, Ohio. Our churches come from the Evangelical United Brethren Church that has, goes way back. And so they have a Center for EUB Heritage in Dayton, Ohio. And it was kind of fun to meet with people there, and they were happy to meet with me because I wrote history book and stuff. And so, yes, greetings from Dayton, Ohio there. And so, yeah, good times.
Yeah. And then you also had OMS meetings.
And OMS meetings, and yeah. And we're back finally, and oh my goodness.
It's been a whirlwind of crazy.
It's been a whirlwind of crazy, and while we were gone, what were you people doing? Okay, somebody, they're working on the street just out there, and there's a backhoe that's been sitting there that they use occasionally. Apparently, somebody hot-wired the backhoe and then took it and tried to attack the drive-thru at the bank out in front of Valley View to try and steal the ATM. And I was in Kentucky at the time, okay? That's my alibi. We have pictures to prove it. So
right?
I don't know what you guys were doing here.
Well, it wasn't really anyone, but just it's crazy.
I'm sure it was somebody.
Well, speaking of crazy,
What is crazy?
if there's anyone out there that wants to be our neighbor, we came home to our neighbor's house
Yeah,
listed.
house is
But-
for sale. So
So
we're taking applications for being our neighbor.
oh boy. But
Yeah.
no, if you're
Yeah.
seriously looking,
Yeah.
we'll point you in the right direction.
Yep. Let's see. Now that I'm off track, what's going on?
Well,
It's camp
yeah,
season.
it is.
It's camp season
It
like
is.
crazy.
Well, this week I think the middle school is meeting at Camp Tadmore.
They're at Tadmore.
Yeah, so that's kind of
Middle school camp. Next
Yeah.
week is Multnomah Holiness Camp
for all ages.
for all ages. And then the week after that is high school camp back at Tadmore.
Yep. Yep.
And we used to live close there. It's not far from Sweet Home.
No.
It's up a twisty road, and the joke is if you feel like you've gone far enough, you just need to go a tad more, and then
Right?
you're at the camp.
Yes.
So, yeah. So camp is awesome. Be praying for the kids at camp. Yeah,
And the leaders
and the leaders
yeah.
having a good time, working with the kids there. But be praying for these kids at camp that God would be speaking to them. Multnomah Holiness Camp, they're gonna be doing a special, I don't know, deal for World Gospel Mission too, and so that's coming up. Coming up next week? Oh, Pessim's coming up. A week from Saturday. I'm freaking out. I just did wrap up
Oh,
Pessim, and then I
feels
left
like it.
town for a couple weeks, and so I need to get on it. But Pessim's coming up a week from Saturday, and I'll keep talking about this, but we have our the Die Christian Church
Oh, yeah.
in Seattle. Pastor Stephen Lynn, he's a pastor in our conference, and he and his congregation are from Myanmar. They have, he told me he started a few churches in Myanmar before he came here. And
That's
so
cool.
he has friends and contacts there. The whole big earthquake was, 2-3 months ago, but such devastation. And we got them some conference funds. They have built a couple houses for people. And if I can figure it out, I'll put pictures up here of houses they built. And they even have a sign that's in English. So the people in these houses, it's not in Burmese. I don't know if it's in Burmese too, but the sign just lets them know, hey, this house was built because of funds from the Pacific Conference of the Evangelical Church.
I think there's even our logo or something.
Yeah,
right?
something like that. So
That is so fun.
we need to get them some more funds. So if the Lord's laying on your heart, hey, we need to help these people. Let us know here. And so we're trying to help them out. He's Samaritan's Purse was there. Your brother and sister-in-law worked for Samaritan's Purse, and from what we hear, Samaritan's Purse went to Myanmar after the earthquake, and the government said, hey, thanks for the stuff, now you can leave. And so they kicked Samaritan's Purse out. There's civil war going on in Myanmar, and Pastor Stephen told me there's 600 houses that were devastated.
Wow.
And they'd like to build, lots
As
of
many as they
houses for
can.
people
Yeah.
who are just living outside in rubble.
Well, and they're being just, didn't you say that people are coming to the Lord through this?
That they're doing some things, and there's Buddhists that are, why are these Christians being so nice to us? And, people, they're able to share about Jesus to people, and so it's pretty amazing stuff. So we need to be supporting what's going on in Myanmar, and this is one of our churches in our conference, and so we want to continue helping them out. Let's see, what else have we got going on here today? I don't know, Donalyn.
Well, and then on Friday is July 4th.
Yeah, it's 4th of July. Yeah,
Or there's that.
there's that. It's the same thing. I've heard it both ways.
So that's exciting too.
Happy Independence Day.
Yes.
Yes.
Since people be watching this, we're
Right?
not doing a special video on Fridays.
No,
so,
we're not.
Yeah.
No.
But we always look forward to fireworks in our backyard.
No, yeah.
Not really, but
yeah,
our
yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah, the neighbors that set off great fireworks, and it's awesome. Let's see. I don't know. Is 4th of July weekend coming up? And yeah,
Yeah,
lots of
there
people
we
are
go.
vacationing and stuff. We got home. We're barely recovered from our vacation. You know how it goes. You get a vacation, you need a vacation to recover from the vacation.
Well, especially you, since you ended off from meetings,
yeah.
early mornings and just long days.
Right.
So I feel like it's
When I'm out there, I kind of want to see everything. So
I know.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
we went to Asbury too.
we went to Asbury
That
to
was
look
cool.
at. It was pretty cool, and my great grandpa went to Asbury, and my grandma, who's 98, she remembers as a kid being on campus there at Asbury in the 40s when she was a kid, and early 40s, I think, late 30s, something like that, and. But yeah, she was a kid there and enjoyed just sneaking into Hughes Auditorium to hear the concerts. And they had 2-3 years ago Asbury Revival there at Hughes Auditorium, and so it's kind of fun to go there and just to see this place. Out here we hear of Asbury and people that went to Asbury, but to just actually be there in Wilmore, Kentucky. And there's not much in Wilmore. We drove through Wilmore, and I guess town's done now. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, let's turn around and go back. But yeah, super, super great time. And so anyway, I
All
think we
right.
should probably sign off here.
I think so, but until
Yep.
next time.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and turn it off now.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.